This week on R&B Reviews, Matt Damon is being followed by the Adjustment Bureau. So, stay tuned. Hi, Rob here, and today I will be reviewing The Adjustment Bureau, starring Matt Damon as David Norris, a man who is running for the Senate. Now, one night he meets a woman in the men's room named Elise, and the two kind of hit it off. But then one day he stumbles upon an organization called the Adjustment Bureau, where the agents wear hats and sometimes long jackets, and they are the ones that make sure that things happen according to plan. They do let him go, but he is not allowed to tell anyone about them, or his memory will be wiped and then his personality will change. And he is also not allowed to see Elise again, which is kind of hard because they seem to keep running into each other within the course of 4 years. Now, from the trailers, this movie looked like it was just going to be another suspense thriller like another movie I recently reviewed called The Unknown, or the Jason Bourne series, which also starred Matt Damon. But I was kind of shocked to find out that this movie is more of a fantasy with some screwball comedy elements. The film started out as a satire when Norris makes a defeat speech where it starts out like a regular speech, and then he starts making fun of all the people that do whatever they can to make him look good, like pick his tie and all that other stuff. I thought Damon and Blunt had, as Elise, Emily Blunt, had the right chemistry, which is, I think, a necessary requirement for this particular story, and the snappy dialogue between the two of them were funny as well as sweet. I always liked it when they appeared together on screen, and I hope that they consider making a romantic comedy together in the near future. The blend of the fantasy of the Adjustment Bureau as well as the blending with the real world was not jarring, thankfully, although occasionally there was some unintentionally funny moments, like when a bureau agent named Richardson, played by Jason Slady, is interrogating Damon. And also there is a chase with Damon and Richardson in the middle of the film, which I kind of found to be a little bit repetitive. But I did like the film's message of free will, and I liked Terrence Stamp's portrayal of a much higher-up Adjustment Bureau agent very well. He brings a serious quality to the character as well as to the movie when he tells Damon that the choices that he makes is going to affect his relationship with Elise if he continues to stay with her. Surprisingly, this movie is based off a short story by Phillip K. Dick, the same Phillip K. Dick whose stories have been served as the basis for a lot of movies like Blade Runner and Minority Report. And his stories, they're usually more about some sort of paranoia about something bigger watching over us. And even though I did enjoy this movie, I wish the film had just been a little bit more complex in the theme of the free will, and I wish that it would have challenged me. I mean, it's a nice fluffy film and all that, but I felt like the film only touched the surface, and I could have gone even more into it. Still, I thought the film was different and enjoyable, but I think it just could have been a little bit more. Still, I do give the Adjustment Bureau a see it in theaters verdict, and by this point, I think Matt Damon is like George Clooney and his friend Ben Affleck. They're trying to do some different movies right now that's not really quite mainstream. Like George Clooney did The American, and Ben Affleck's doing a few things. So last year, 2 years ago, Matt Damon did a movie called The Informant, which I also thought to be a little bit different, where he's trying something different. Here he kind of is, but again, I just wish this movie would have been a much more challenging picture rather than a fluffy sort of screwball fantasy film. But I did like it, and I am recommending it. So thank you very much for watching, and leave any comments about the movie or about the review. Everything you guys send to me, I do read, and I greatly appreciate it. So again, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next time on R&B Reviews.